Minister for Public Service. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I'd like to commend the Minister for bringing this report across to Parliament, and I think it's for us to look at where we are, and the Minister's report has actually provided us where the provincial governments are. Thank you, Deputy Speaker. So basically what I'll probably discuss a bit about the reports, because I've been presenting the Section 109 reports for 9 years when I was and all of them I've submitted. You have the Section 109 report, which is about performance, not necessarily about money as well. The Section 114 is the one that provides the financial report. Section 109 is actually the performance report of the provinces. And so we must differentiate between financial report and performance report. It's normally called the Annual Management Report, AMR. And in those AMR, we have the 6 sectors that you report on: administration, education, health, works and transport, and the other one is the primary industry. Primary industry is six priority areas. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, what has happened now is for us to realize where we are. And I need to also make it very clear that when I was Provincial Administrator, I don't report and get the Secretary for Department of Management to come and assess my performance, or even the Department of Provincial Affairs. All is done by the Provincial Executive Council. Provincial governments are a government of their own. They're a government that is headed by the Provincial Executive Council, in which the chairman is the governor. And so what has happened has happened. What we need to do now is to go back and look at where we are, and the Minister has presented the report to us, and find out a way we can do it. I'll just share with you, Mr. Deputy Speaker, about a project that I created when I was the Vice Minister for Finance in 2019. That project is called Billum Project. And it's done under the Department of Implementation Rural Development. As per the information I got last week, Nuku district is the only district in the country that has acquitted all the SDs, the district support grant, and all the grants online. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, it's about time we look at automated system of reporting, because we already have the templates. The templates are already in order. All we need to do is to make sure that get the provincial administrators, departmental heads to work together and change the paperwork into online. It's not our job as politicians to go and submit a report. You are talking about 6, 7 full documents of one sector to submit in your acquittal. When you do a conduct acquittal, the reason why I requested the Australian government to support and do away with paperwork in the ARD was simply because many of the officers in the ARD were asking for cuts. Basically, trying to make sure that if the Ombudsman Commission is aftering a leader, an officer in the ARD would say, "Don't worry about that, I will cover you up." So that was the action I requested when I was the Vice Minister, that can we just do away with all this paperwork so no one is involved in this, everything is all inputted from the district. It is not inputted in the district, it is inputted in the province, not in Waikani. And therefore you will have, Mr. Deputy Speaker, you wouldn't have a report that they actually wrote that a district is submitting or a province is submitting, showing a picture of another road somewhere else, or a building of somewhere else, or classroom somewhere else, because nowadays you can do anything. So if it's online, the acquittal is done to the constituents of the electorate. we should be able to report back to our people who voted us in the parliament. We should be able to tell them that this is the money budgeted for under the DDA or provincial budget, and this is the result. This is the road, this is the bridge, this is the classroom. Those things must show for it. It's no point putting a document, 6 big documents, into the IRD with some pictures from somewhere else, just to cover it up. So I would like to encourage Mr. Deputy Speaker that we have a program already in place in the IRD, and Minister responsible is already running with it. It's not just Nuku, it is piloted in some districts and central province and some provinces. The problem is the responsiveness of the provincial administrators and the district administrators, finance managers, provincial finance managers, and district finance managers. Because with the IFMS system, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the IFMS system will automatically generate financial reports for you within no time. It's better than the PICS system. The PICS system generates reports. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, all the system long work and start finish online. You mean upload talk plus so one of them by me upload clear him. You mean talk sin talk motu na talk English and finish. We just have to make things happen. We already have done technology with us. We must now go online. Forget about paperwork. We should now send everything click from your district, from your province, straight to the main framework in the respective department to report on them. The reason why you have a Section 119 report is because that report is submitted to the NMA. Under the Organic Law in 1995, Mr. Deputy Speaker, the National Monitoring Authority is created by law. And that National Monitoring Authority is replaced by Plasma. And therefore, that report is submitted to the National Monitoring Authority, which sits, and the department that carries that NMA or Plasma is the Department of Provincial Affairs, Provincial Local Government Affairs. And so we report directly straight to the department. The department keeps a check of who is performing and who is not performing. So I think Governor Jufa's point is in order, and those that we contributed, I think what we do is to make sure that we don't use this kind of report to attack each other or blame someone else. Let's use the reports that are presented by ministers to work together to improve our system so that we can do better as a country, as a province. And I'd like to, Deputy Speaker, before I go on, I'd like to also share my own experience. When I was Provincial Administrator, through the Section 119 reporting submission, I was always on time. And because of that, West Sepik was rated, in terms of the expenditure report, rated first. We jumped from 19th position to first in 2009, 2010, and 2011. When I left the province, I had a system in place. Now, why am I saying this? If we can use these reports to assess the performance of our provincial administrators, it should be making it easy for us. You know, the names that go to the Provincial Assembly, Provincial Executive Council, goes to the PEC. And the PEC should already know whether that PA is performing or not. Performance is Section 119. That's the first thing. The annual management report submission. And the annual management report is based on the annual action or activity plan. You cannot talk about report when you have not planned for it. You must have a plan first before you report. And so that the starting point is the annual plan, which comes out from the 5-year development plan. Then you have two reports, one on performance, which is Section 119, and the money report, which is Section 114. When the Section 114 report, in terms of finance report submitted, then the Auditor General's report comes in to collect all the Section 119 reports, 114 reports, and convert them into the audit report. So if the provincial finance managers and the provincial accounting officer, who is the provincial finance manager, and the accountable officer is the provincial administrator. They are two different things, accountability and accounting. The accountability aspect falls on the provincial administrator, who is required to submit the 119 report. And the accounting part the responsibility falls on the provincial finance manager. And the provincial finance manager is held accountable by the accounting process by managing the finance that is within the provincial accounts. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we have systems now. I think as a country going into 50 years now, we should now talk about automated systems. Forget about paperwork anymore. Let's send things directly. We already have the templates. Convert them into usable forms that we can input it from the district and input it from the province, and it comes to the mainframe that we can generate reports within seconds and minutes. So the minister cannot wait for 5 years to come and give a report. It's instant report, just now. I'll just give you an example, Mr. Deputy Speaker. For Nuku, I have all the acquitals done up to last year. And that copy of the acquittal is given automatically online to Ombudsman Commission. So they don't have to write a report and go and check everything in Nuku because it's already online. The report is done in Nuku, not done somewhere else. So, Deputy Speaker, some are all in Sunday where unique, but I think what we need to do is we already have full experience in the House and in the in all the public service in our system of government. What we need to do is share with each other, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and we come together and help each other, so that we can we can talk about performance and be proud of our performance. It was like, for example, when I was provincial administrator, I thought that we will never build a road to Telephone. I thought we would not have ever built a road to Telephone, Mr. Deputy Speaker. Look at what has happened now with the DDA. Many of you are complaining about DDA. I must tell you, because I am a full beneficiary, and I saw the change, because when I was provincial administrator, the performance report for West Sepik, we brought it from last to first, Mr. Deputy Speaker. But then, my people of Nuku were still struggling carrying cocoa. So what is the meaning of coloring a good report in the province when my own district, they can't even carry cocoa? No, the ambulance cannot go, there's no road. So here is a Nuku son sitting at a provincial administrator, and yet my own village, I have to work for 3-4 hours. Therefore, I have to resign. I went back, contested Nuku open seat. Within just 2 years, two years, the road was linked to my village and to the others. That cannot be done in the province. District development authorities have created a lot of good things in this province, in this country. We must admit it. Provincial governments have totally neglected the districts. National government has also. But now with the grants from the national government going straight directly to districts, districts has transformed. Telephone now has a bank. From middle of nowhere, my most difficult district in West Sepik was Telephone. I used to fly in on a fixed MAF. But now, you can drive from Tabubil to Telephone. What made it happen? DDA. Connect PNG. You must talk about being smart these days. If you are not looking at the smart strategies, you're going to be left behind. So technology is here. My good honorable members, colleagues, members of parliament, let's all talk together whether you have done well or not done well. Let's say, Deputy Speaker, I'm just sharing some of the experience that I've gone through, being in the province for 9 years, now going to the district. My people are not coming to Maprik anymore. We have shops there in Nuku now, owned by locals themselves. They were nothing. They were called sortie mobs. What has done it? Because the STMM report, service delivery mechanism report that was brought in and headed by the Provincial Affairs Department, went to the remotest districts to find out what was the problem. Why the 1995 report was not implemented properly. Mr. Deputy Speaker, before I sit down, the reason why we came with a reform in 1995 was because the government was too far away from the people. And so all the hope and expectation was that if we had the head of the province to be in national parliament, that would have changed things around. But 1995 to 2000, if there was no DDA, many remote districts in this country will never see any light. I can assure you that. Because of the DSIP, DSIP is clearly visible in all the remote districts in this country. Very, very clear, you can see it. But PSIP is not visible. Let me speak from experience. You have not served in the remote parts of this Papua New Guinea, of this country. You must know. You must not. You must not. You must. Deputy Speaker, by you looking straight plus killer DSIP money, because time have you come up from district, and by you not finding governor, or by finding member from open member. Now money for the DSIP, and by come up in straight kai by you looking, road service no telephone in all the province no, and because long national government, now through long DDA.
Honorable Minister, we have
with respect to the good minister,
we have a point of order here.
Thank you. With respect to the good minister
and the governors,
I was just thinking that in the future, Mr. Deputy Speaker, kind of debate there, Larry Moll, back then, son, the governor, we never debate. Now, minister, they have a room in the ADC and cabinet to talk.
Honorable member, your point of order is
that's number one. Another point I want to raise here, Mr. Deputy Speaker, is that the good minister continues to mention about telephoming road funding from DSIP, which is wrong. The telephoming road is funded through Octave tax credit scheme, which is not the DDA money. He needs to correct that because you must appreciate it. Octave give you money. No one come to sign nothing lawyer.
Honorable member for North Fly, your first point of order is out of order. The second one is in order. We have a point of order. Honorable
I just have a point of order in regards to a statement made by my good colleague, good Minister for DPM in regards to PSIP and DSIP. There are vast differences. You know, a province cannot be compared to a district. So in all provinces, standard get 10 million. Regardless of the size of the province, all districts are getting 10 million. You know, so a district is smaller than a province, obviously. So there can be, and there are instances where I can say some districts are doing very well, and some provinces are doing very well. Some provinces are not doing so great. Some districts are not doing so great. So let's not generalize. No, let's not generalize. I think that particular statement should be withdrawn rather than making generalized statements like that.
Honorable,
thank you.
Honorable Governor, thank you for the order is in order. Honorable Minister, you still have 1 minute. I think I'll allow you the 1 minute to withdraw the statement that it brings frustration on other governors.
Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker. I think we want to make sure that we work together as a team rather than blaming each other. But I'd like to withdraw the statement that I made that the general statement that I made about the PSIP and DSIP. So, Mr. Deputy Speaker, we ask him, you know, executive now, Tok sa me Rausin. So thank you, Lord, sir. So I think I'll stop here, and I think I've said what I've said. But the reality should prevail. Thank you, Mr. Deputy Speaker.